This is a real iPhone 17 Pro Max from Apple, and this is a fake iPhone 17 Pro Max from China, which claims to be just as good as the real deal. With the real iPhone 17 Pro Max starting at well over $1,000 and the fake one costing just 1/10 of the price at $100, I wanted to see just how close this fake iPhone gets to the real deal and if it's actually better value for money. I should preface this video by saying I didn't buy this iPhone. This fake iPhone 17 Pro Max unfortunately came from a real victim who was tricked into forking over almost $1,000 for what they believed was the real deal. Today, I'm going to show you just how easy it is to be deceived and how concerningly convincing these fake iPhones are becoming, and hopefully along the way you can learn how to avoid these scams and not get caught out by a dupe. Okay, so the fake iPhone is on the left and the real one is on the right, and upon first glance, it's virtually impossible to notice any differences. It's only when you get super up close and personal that you start to notice some subtle flaws. For example, the graphic on the real box is really well textured. You can feel the difference when you're going from the actual phone to the camera bump and to the actual cameras themselves. You can feel the texture change. Whereas on the fake, although they do try to mimic that, it's still quite flat and you can't feel the changes between going from the camera bump to the actual cameras, and the actual image quality could definitely be a little bit better, but unless you have the real box next to you, you aren't going to notice the difference. Alright, so another thing to look out for is the actual color of the boxes. I'm not sure how well it picks up on camera, but the fake one is a lot more of a muted white, whereas the real one is a lot more cream. But again, the font, the actual text, the positions of the Apple logos, man, everything is literally spot on. Moving to the back of the phones though is where it starts to get ever so slightly more obvious, but again, unless you're looking out for it, you're not going to notice. As you can see on the real box, the text is now printed onto the box itself and not onto a sticker. I'm not sure if you can see on camera, but I can literally peel this off. Whereas on the real one, there is no sticker, it's embossed onto the box. Apple literally changed from having stickers to printing onto the box to prevent this exact kind of fraud and counterfeiting. Once again though, without the real thing next to you, it is impossible to notice. One thing that I need to ask you guys to keep in mind is that this box did come from someone else, so it is a little bit worn down, but the text shouldn't fade so easily. And on this one, because it's printed onto the box, yeah, it's not going anywhere. Obviously, both of these devices would have originally been sealed, and you can see on the fake just how convincing that would have been. There is virtually no difference from this seal compared to the original thing. However, both of these phones have of course already been opened, so we can just crack straight into it. And whoa. Okay, I was not expecting it to be that similar. I have actually owned a Pro iPhone 17 in blue. And man, it's close. Under the lighting of my ring light, you can see that the shade is a tiny bit off, but what? I'm really dumbfounded right now. I mean, I think it's only right that we do start with the real phone, so we'll check out what we get. Of course, we have the phone, a braided Type-C to Lightning charging cable, and a SIM card ejector, and of course, the paperwork. Moving on to the fake, we do get, that's a bit different. We do get the phone, which is a start. There is no SIM card ejector, probably because the previous owner took it out. But you do get, again, a really high quality braided Type-C cable. Granted, the packaging could be better. And the paperwork, I mean, man, this is incredible. Like, again, the paperwork, spot on. You can see the text there. Let's open it up. Wow. Oh, that's why they didn't include a SIM card ejector. So this is an eSIM only model technically. Although I'm pretty sure the phone itself, yeah, it does have a SIM card tray. So that's bizarre. But once again, man, that is unreal. And once again, it is extremely close. I mean, wow, you've got the power button, the camera control in the right place, although the camera control definitely does seem a little bit on the chunkier side. Moving to the screens, doesn't look bad. Got the action button, the volume buttons. I think the biggest flaw so far is the location of the SIM tray. But again, if you're getting an eSIM only model, there is no SIM tray, so there is virtually no way to tell. The buttons are in the correct place. Got the Type-C port there. Even the Apple logo is in the right place. I mean, man, it is scary just how close this is to the real thing. And another thing I should say, this feels weighty. This doesn't feel like some cheap knockoff. In fact, I think this iPhone feels slightly lighter than the fake, which, again, I just wasn't expecting that at all when it came to these two. Let's power them both on. Oh, and the fake has started to boot first. And even comes with the Apple logo and all, but straight away you can see that this is an LCD. Like, that to me would be a dead giveaway. This is like a true black color, and this is like, it's got this blue kind of tinge to it. But let's see which one powers up first. This, of course, is the real thing. That's no surprise there. Fake's still powering on. Hello? Oh, finally. And yeah, now finally it's become quite obvious to tell which is the real and which is the fake. This would be too late for a lot of people solely on the basis of the fact they will have transferred the cash because they received what they thought was a sealed iPhone. But yeah, you can tell straight away the screen on the fake has this giant, ridiculous chin. Like, that is goofy. But they've even tried to mimic like the real iPhone setup. So let's go through it. Man, this is not too dissimilar from an older version of iOS. So let's go ahead and set this phone up. Oh, you can even do your Apple ID. Do I need to have a real Apple ID for this? Hell, oh. Hi, H. There we go. The keyboard is very unresponsive as well. Oh, that worked. This time an iMessage. No location services, please. Wow. It is, I mean, if you were moving to an iPhone from the first time, that would give it away. But like before that point, it would be very difficult to know. And again, there it is. The lock screen looks a little bit funky, I guess. But let's see if the buttons work. Do we actually... Oh my god, there's a flashlight. I mean, it is the worst flashlight in the world, but it's a flashlight and it works. Does it turn off? Hello? Okay. What on earth is happening right now? Okay, great. Can I turn off the flashlight, please? Oh, through the Yo! This is the iOS 26 control center as well. No way. So it does try to mimic elements of liquid glass. Like, even, does 3D touch work? I mean, not very well, but it works. I wonder about AirDrop. AirDrop. Can I turn that? So, okay, so that just doesn't work. What about airplane mode? Airplane mode works. Wi-Fi, oh, Wi-Fi does work. Cellular data works. Okay, so basically everything works. Okay, so this is like the app switcher. This is the glitchiest phone I have ever used in my life. I couldn't use this for more than like 5 seconds. What is that? What is going on here? Are we done? Maybe it's setting something up, I don't know. Let's take a look at the settings first. Oh my god, so when I signed in with hello, it actually worked. So it's not a real Apple ID that you need to put in there, thank god. I don't want to imagine what would happen if I did put my real Apple ID in there. But let's go ahead and check out the settings. About phone. I mean, again, they really did try to mimic this. I can tell straight away, but someone else might not be able to. It even shows as an iPhone 17 Pro Max, gives you the serial number. I'm very curious, does that serial number match what is on the box. And yeah, would you take a look at that? Not only does the serial number on the phone match the one that's on the box, I'm not sure how well you can see that, but it does in fact come back to a real iPhone when you type this serial number into Apple's warranty checker. That is concerning. Okay, so I just found out something really funny about this fake iPhone. It's that half of the apps, they may look like genuine Apple apps, but then you press on Maps, for example, and it's just Google Maps, you know what I mean? And there is just so many things like this. If you take a look at the App Store, compared to, of course, the real App Store as well, it might look the same. It even has the iOS 26, but social apps just says, where is your apps? That's a very good question. Saturday. Suit your apps. Zoom Workplace. You actually do have real apps in there, but I can't get any of them to download. I have tried on Wi-Fi and it constantly just says, please connect to the network again. I also wanted to check out the music app on the fake, and again, completely different to the original. What's even more scary is that a bunch of apps, they just ask for your real credentials. Like, for example, this fake Find My asks for your real Apple ID and password. And then I think also FaceTime, yeah, it does the same thing. And I would hate to imagine what would happen if you put your real Apple ID into this phone. Okay, so I've literally been fighting this thing for a half hour now, but no matter what I try and do, there is no way to download any apps. I really wanted to run a Geekbench and get some stats about the phone, but there's just no way to do that. Usually on the fakes, there is like a Google Play Store that you can use. And from what I've seen in other videos, it is hidden in the utilities folder, but this phone just doesn't have that. So there's no way to actually get anything to work. Like, for example, let's try the compass. I wonder if that works. No, I mean, it works. It knows that the phone's turning, but that's about it. You're gonna get very lost with a compass like this. But yeah, it seems that this phone is designed to mostly look good from the exterior, but the actual features itself, well, I mean, it's just a really old version of Android skinned to the max, which makes this phone virtually unusable. The last thing I'm really curious about on this iPhone is the cameras. I first of all want to see if this camera control button works. And, oh, we have something. Oh my god, it actually works. That's nice. But I want to see how well or not well the camera works. As you can see, it's really laggy and stuttery, but let's see if there's any zoom. Okay, so there's no wide angle. Let's try actual zoom. Yeah, it's doing nothing. It's just cropping further and further into the frame. Is it the worst image quality I've ever seen? No, but it's definitely not good either, especially if we bring over the real iPhone, which, yeah, the difference is just night and day, and we can just keep going and going and going, and it's just leaps and bounds better. I'm also going to quickly head outside just to compare the two cameras and see how the fake marries up to the real in terms of video and audio quality. So this is footage shot on the fake iPhone 17 Pro Max. It genuinely looks like I'm recording on a potato. I look very yellow, the colors are extremely washed out. I wonder what the audio sounds like. And this is footage shot on the real iPhone 17 Pro Max. As you can imagine, it's a lot more clearer. I'm assuming stabilization's better. You'll obviously see it in playback. But yeah, this is leaps and bounds better. So this is footage shot on the rear camera of the fake iPhone 17 Pro Max. As you can imagine, it looks like I'm recording off a microwave. Very laggy. It's kind of giving BlackBerry, to be honest. And this is rear camera footage taken on the genuine iPhone 17 Pro Max. Again, it just looks a lot better. There's actually color in this photo, so that's always a good start. And for those of you wondering, this is the image quality you can expect from the fake iPhone 17 Pro Max. And this is the image quality you can expect from the real iPhone 17 Pro Max. And yeah, considering what you guys just saw, I think that perfectly sums up what it's like to use this fake iPhone. From the outside, it does look really good, but there are some telltale signs, like the LiDAR sensor is just a sticker. There's only one real camera, these two are completely fake. And yeah, it's basically completely unusable from the moment you turn it on. For $100, I guess it might be worth it to someone, a Christmas gift for a child or something. But again, I don't think anyone should buy this phone. It is the worst phone that I have ever used. I would rather use a Nokia or a BlackBerry. There's no way to do anything. The speakers, the video, there is nothing good about this phone other than how it looks. If you want to trick people into thinking you have the iPhone 17 Pro Max, I mean, okay, but other than that, in my opinion, it's just not worth it at all. Sometimes it is really easy to filter out the fakes. For example, there is no world where you're going to be picking up a genuine iPhone 17 Pro Max for £400. And although that listing mentioned that it was a one-to-one copy, there are many other listings like these ones that don't. All it takes is a slight misjudgment to get it wrong, and it could be a very costly mistake. Which is why I always recommend buying high-value products such as smartphones directly from the retailer themselves or from a reputable third party such as Charge IT, which of course is my own brand. It's clear to see that the big platforms like Facebook and eBay could definitely be doing more to prevent this exact kind of fraud and counterfeiting. However, with millions of listings going live every single day, it's virtually impossible to regulate every single one. Just remember, if it seems too good to be true, it's probably because it is.